It's the 14th of June 2016, and earlier today, President Barack Obama gave a speech addressing the nation in the wake of the Orlando Pulse nightclub massacre. And that's what it was. It was a massacre. 49 people confirmed dead, over 50 injured. There's reports that there may be accomplices. Members of Omar Mateen's own family may have known that there was an attack imminent and failed to warn authorities. There's reports that the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI were investigating Omar Mateen and had interviewed him multiple times, but they were called off by Obama's State Department, by Hillary Clinton's State Department. There's reports that the Fort Pierce Islamic Center, where Omar Mateen frequented, is connected to radical jihadi elements internationally. None of that was discussed in Obama's address to the nation. Instead, President Barack Obama once again is blaming Americans' Second Amendment, Americans' inalienable rights, for an attack that he failed to prevent. Anyone who served in the military knows that if a commander fails in such a way that there's loss of life, damage to government property, many times they're relieved of duty, and rightfully so. In the Navy, if a commander runs his ship into a sandbank, doesn't even destroy the ship, but causes massive loss in man hours. Nobody died, but he is relieved of duty. He's relieved of his command. Barack Obama needs to be relieved of his command. How many attacks have we had on American soil? How many people have lost their lives because Obama's weak policy in combating whatever you want to call it, Islamic extremism, corrupt elements within our government? How many bad international deals has he made that have left America economically distraught? How is that going to affect our children? These aren't problems that are just affecting my generation or your generation. These are problems that are going to echo into future generations. And Barack Obama is calling for stricter gun laws, stricter restrictions on free speech. No doubt there'll be calls for restrictions on the internet. These are things that are going to affect future generations for decades. So his legacy will be a legacy of stripping America of everything that made it great. We'll be just like Mexico, Guatemala, Venezuela, all these other countries where people have no way to defend themselves. They have no true representation in government. That's not what America stands for. America was built upon the sacrifices of our forefathers who were ready to give up their lives to fight so that we could have those freedoms, the freedom to assemble, the freedom to a redress of grievances, the freedom of the press, the freedom of religion, that government wouldn't restrict your right to worship or force you to be part of something that you don't believe in. But Barack Obama is forcing Christians to be part of things they don't believe in while protecting groups that have a stated policy of killing anyone who is gay. The Fort Pierce Islamic Center, one of their imams is on video saying that the penalty for gay the penalty for homosexuality is death, in a very creepy video. And when I talk to people, they're not even aware of this because it's not being reported by the mainstream media. And like I said, in Barack Obama's address to the nation, none of that was discussed. He didn't discuss the fact that the Department of Homeland Security knew about this guy and that there was a failure, some sort of breakdown in the communication. Answer that question, Barack Obama. Why did your State Department call off investigations on Omar Mateen? Why did ICE call off investigations on the San Bernardino killers? And what other elements within our country are you allowing to exist? And if there's no accountability, if every time there's an attack, a successful terrorist attack on our soil, Barack Obama gets more legislation passed, if he gets more power, what motivation does he have to prevent these attacks from taking place? Why would he want to stop them? He just gets more money, more funding, more power. We lose freedoms. It's a joke. Americans need to stand up and demand that Barack Obama be impeached for his failure in leadership, for his just inept lack of accountability. I mean, he needs to be held accountable. He likes to parade around his success, that he took out Osama bin Laden. Well, show us the pictures, Barack. Show us the pictures of Osama bin Laden's dead body on that aircraft carrier. We never got to see them. Where's the evidence? I'd like to see it. What I heard after that aircraft carrier pulled in, I asked some of the guys that were aboard, and I asked them, I said, I heard you guys buried Osama bin Laden at sea. It's kind of interesting. You would think that they would want to show all the American people, why not bring him back alive? Or if he's dead, show us the pictures. And they said, yeah, we buried something at sea. But, they didn't let anybody see the body. So, and then conveniently, was it 23 Navy SEALs died in a Chinook helicopter shortly after? So, I mean, how many of our heroes, of America's best and brightest, have died under the command of Barack Obama? And how many more are going to die between now and November? So while a lot of people are telling me, well, just hang in there, it's almost over, a lot can happen between now and November. Ramadan's not even over until the 5th of July. There's gay pride parades that are going to be taking place all over the country over the next few weeks, and I plan to be there reporting. The American people don't have the luxury of having armed bodyguards. Barack Obama is always going to be guarded. Who's going to protect us from these people that Barack Obama is letting into our country? There's sources coming out saying that we can't vet the amount of people that are coming in. And all these people are coming in voting Democrat. Omar Mateen was a registered Democrat. Who's going to protect us from Barack Obama? The guy is a calculated liar. He's good at it. But he's fake. As a $3 bill, he reads a teleprompter. And it's going to go down in history that Barack Obama was the worst, hopefully the worst president in American history. Hopefully we don't end up with someone worse like Hillary Clinton in November. But America needs to wake up. They need to, it's so obvious. Hillary was connected to Benghazi. Just, the evidence is all over the wall. Just turn off the TV and start reading the news. Start reading real journalism. There's plenty of whistleblowers coming out leaking information about the connection between these people and DHS. Omar Mateen was working for G4H, which is connected to the CIA and MI6. He had high-level clearance. So whatever gun laws Obama says that he would have passed or would like to pass wouldn't have prevented this attack from taking place. There's no gun law that's going to prevent these attacks. It's just going to make it worse. We need to support independent journalism. We need to support these whistleblowers, these people within the government that are coming out and speaking the truth. Because they're under a lot of pressure. There's a lot of people that would like to come out, and there's a lot of information that they want to turn over, but they're being threatened. They're being blackmailed. And I believe as over the next few months, we're going to see more and more damning information about Hillary Clinton, more and more information about Barack Obama coming out. And instead of answering the questions, they're going to target these individuals like they did Edward Snowden and call them traitors. Whistleblowers are not traitors. And this administration has shown over and over again that they go after people who criticize them. Dinesh D'Souza, Michael Hastings, Breitbart. So the American people need to support these independent voices, people that are willing to stand up and risk their lives to bring you this information. God bless America. I'll be praying for everyone, praying for Donald Trump. You know they want to take him out. Happy birthday, Donald Trump. Happy Flag Day to everyone out there. I think right now we just all need to be very vigilant. And, you know, they say, see something, say something. Just have your eyes open. Don't be looking down at your phone. Turn off the TV. Get out into the real world.